Right, guys, so this is me hosting. If the internet goes laggy, let me know. I will change it up. I'll change it to my phone, change location. But I'm not going to tell. Charlie knows what this is about because I had to ask him a question about it. But for you guys, this is a song part of the theme. You're going to get it as soon as you hear it. And guys, if you're listening to this and you've never watched this show, you're not. But it's not about you. Okay? No, I'm joking. Enjoy. You ready?
Yeah.
If you get it, please hold all celebrations till the end.
Harry Potter.
Hobbit.
How did you know?
Actually sounds a lot like
guys.
It did for a sec, yeah.
Well, the Last of Us sounded like Harry Potter, and now Harry Potter sounded like the fucking Ta-da!
Oh my god!
So, guys, this week is Naruto.
The Hobbit.
That was then fuck off, for God's sake, man. And that was Sasuke's theme, right? So, just a little intro. Charlie's gone. I think he lost interest.
He gave up. He gave up.
I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done.
He just smashed.
No, yeah. Could you imagine? It's like it's not about Naruto. This whole podcast is about Sasuke easily. So there's no way to. Hey, he's got a t-shirt. Yes, my man. Yes. Actually, listen. Even my tattoo, the sun spiral, is inspired by the spiral on his back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is.
Serhan trivia.
Serhan trivia. That's my 10 minutes bonus. There is no way to put this in a synopsis, but I'm going to throw out there just for the sake of it. So Naruto is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Masashi Kishimoto. It tells the story of Naruto Uzumaki, a young orphan ninja who seeks recognition from his peers and dreams of becoming the Hokage, which is the leader of his village. Naruto possesses a strong power within him, also making him further unique and ostracized in his village. The nine-tailed beast, Biju Kurama, whose initial presence in his village is the reason for him being an orphan and the very spark for Naruto's journey throughout the story.
When you say it like that.
Right. Sounds good, mate. I might check it out.
have you got like months of your time? So I mean, just before we jump into anything,
that was amazing.
Thoughts and reflections, lads. Just throw it at me. What's your thoughts?
Sasuke.
Naruto.
Sasuke.
Itachi.
Uchiha in general. That's it.
I mean, at the time,
and the podcasts
when it came out, definitely like the whole, just the whole, your eyes changing. They kind of pioneered that. I mean, even with like Dragon Ball Z, you kind of had to have somebody point out, oh yeah, their eyes kind of change green when they transformed. But obviously, when it comes to Uchiha, that's what they're all about. I mean, they're so edgy as well. I think because it's like that early 2000s. It was the edgy time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So people who were into that edgy stuff would tend towards Sasuke and Uchiha. Sure.
Douchebags. Yeah.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, Rikesh is a bit of a Sasuke. What's the best way to put it? Bitch. He thinks Sasuke is better than Naruto, which is just absolutely.
Which he obviously fucking is. Oh come on!
It's so dumb.
Are we doing this?
They literally fight.
Is this going to be the podcast?
Have a fight.
If I've done 2 weeks of prep and you guys just argue it out for the next hour, I swear to God, I'm leaving.
You left the
Could
floor
I- it
open,
could be-
like, you should
Yeah,
have
you-
expected it.
That's true. It's kind of your fault.
Yeah, I know that space will come. It will obviously happen, and I want to poke. I want to poke.
That's
fun.
gonna be the outro, isn't it? Just fight. Go.
Fight.
We just run at each other with our arms behind our backs.
Okay, so first question I want to ask you guys, because it's such a long running show, is, and I know we all got introduced to it at different times. So what age was you when you first watched the show versus when you finished it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I have to try and remember when.
When did it finish? That's probably the best. And then we can go backwards from there.
Mm.
Was it like 2017?
2017, and it aired for 50. It aired for 15 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's the anime. The manga started earlier, obviously.
Earlier,
but
yeah.
the show was 2002 to 2017.
Nice. I think I can't remember what age I was exactly when I started it, but I know it was like maybe year 6, end of primary school, maybe beginning of secondary school. 'Cause I remember still watching like Cartoon. Yeah, I remember still watching Cartoon Network, and it was like it was Cartoon Network, and then it went to Jetix, I think it was, and it was showing like all the anime kind of stuff. It was like Avatar was on there, Dexter's Laboratory was on there, but Naruto was one of the shows that they had. So I remember I used to come home from school and then just sit there and watch Naruto for a bit. Blew my mind. Obviously, I didn't know back then that it was an anime. I thought it was just a cartoon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that was when I first started out.
So you would have been about year 6 for us in the UK would be about what, 11, 12 years old?
Something like that, young. Yeah.
It's about that for year 6. Okay, cool. And you was obviously 2017 when it finished. So you would have been 22, 23?
Something like that, maybe. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Damn, that's a big portion of your life. Okay, all right. Anyone else?
So I just wanted to ask, so when you was able to catch it on TV, was you able to follow it like as a series?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, obviously, like, you kind of get the main points, like this is the bad guy, this is the good guy, he's got these powers and kind of stuff. I didn't really connect the whole story. As a kid, you're just kind of watching it as like it's all flashy, like Dragon Ball Z, it's so flashy, but there's a bigger story behind it, but you don't really get the story. I was just kind of watching it more for the visuals. But I watched it for a few years, and then I kind of just stopped watching anime for a bit, and I came back to it and watched it again, and then stopped, and I came back to it again. So it was like a lot of hiatuses, but because they have a lot of filler in the show. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely started watching it online. So it's really hard to say. I don't remember. I definitely, when I started watching it, I think Shippuden was already out. Yeah, I can't remember when it would have been that I actually caught up.
Yeah.
Did you read the manga, Fraser, originally?
No.
So this was just a pure anime experience. Okay, cool. Because Fraser, for our viewers or listeners, Fraser's usually more or less the person that will kind of manga and anime, whereas the rest of us are a bit more anime dominant, I would say.
Yeah, it's usually when they get bogged down into filler and it's there for a while. I'm just like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go read.
So you cheat, Fraser. You cheat. It's the cheat code.
No respect for the art.
About 1010, okay?
Hey, 1010 is sick.
I don't care
Especially
what
when she
1010
gets
No, she's not.
Hey, 1010's awesome. I mean,
In the
she's not as good
game-
as some other characters.
In the game, okay. Yeah, all right, fine, different.
Now, when she got that fan in the final part of Shippuden, and she was just OP, that was dope. Do you remember? Was it like the blue fan that she like? It gave her like extra power, but only she could use it. And yeah, I think it came from a filler, but they actually made it a bit canon.
It's like Sakura 1010. I don't.
I love that
Bottom of the
Sakura's
barrel.
still below though. Like,
Bottom of the barrel.
she didn't
Bottom
quite
of the
beat
barrel.
1010. No,
But yeah, I definitely got to a point and then caught up. I want to say it was maybe like 2010 or something. Maybe I started watching it. Sounds about right. And then caught up and started watching it as it came out weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chaz?
I started watching it in 2017 and I finished it in 2017. I got through 15 years of TV in 3 months. So I caught up the whole show, Naruto and Shippuden, and I fucking loved it. I did skip filler, I'll be honest, a lot of filler. I watched some of the filler, but I skipped most of the filler. But then I actually caught up to when, and I think this is around where Madara literally was coming into the picture in the final third of the show. And that's when the dub, because I was watching it all in dub, and that's when that had finished, and I had to watch it weekly with the sub. Because not weekly. Sorry, I think I got way into it, and it was literally right at the end when it was like lead up to the wedding that I was watching it weekly. But yeah, then I had to watch it in sub, and yeah, man, it was dope. It was fucking awesome going through Naruto. Like, it's such a good show. It's so incredible.
Like, you compressed 15 years of fair enough, filler excluded, but 15 years in 3 months.
Yeah, it was tedious at times because there's a lot of, especially in the first part of Naruto, not Shippuden, the amount of flashbacks and oh man, they rinsed it. Yeah. Half an episode is spent recapping.
Literally just seen that happen, and they have to show it again in like and explain it.
I guess people watching week to week, it would help having that. Yeah. But obviously, when you're binge watching it, you hear the same dialogue over and over again. But no, mate, 100%. I'd do it again. It's so good.
Did that switch from dub to sub? Would that bother you at all?
Not at all, mate. Honestly, there's a lot of animes where you watch dub and it's shocking. But the dub for Naruto was quality. It was so good. You know, you got to bear in mind Troy's in it as well. You know, they've got big voice actors to come over. Obviously, it was a massive show in Japan, so they knew it was going to be big over here. So they probably, or in America more to the point. But yeah, going over to sub, it kind of was just, there's always a little bit better with sub because you get the raw emotion of the original actors.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like dub, sometimes they kind of, they get like 2 or 3 takes and they're like, yeah, that will do. You know, whereas I think in the booth in Japan, they're like, no, more, you know what I mean? And you do get a bit more with the sub. So I'm kind of happy I finished it with sub rather than dub. But yeah, either way, it's the writing in it and the characters that you fall in love with. So
yeah.
I had the similar experience as Charlie, as you all know. Like, I came into it late. I had more time than Charlie. I would say maybe 6 months. So I'd say I had a year and a half. Yeah. But it was the same in the sense of, I watched filler because I wanted the full experience. Even if it pissed me off, I wanted the experience for fuck's sake. But I mean, I remember literally having like a quota, like to catch up, I need to watch 3 episodes a night for the next 3 months, and I cannot miss a night. And I was like, I'm gonna watch it with my food. I'm gonna watch it. I'm in the fucking shower. Whatever I was doing, if I could. And the thing is, it's sub. I was only watching it sub, so it's like I can't listen. I need to be full concentration mode. Because I kind of half surprised. I think Charlie knew. I think Frazer. Did you know that I was watching it?
I might have known, but I think it was a surprise when you like revealed that you finished.
Yeah, because I revealed it to Rikesh because I remember you guys would kind of half talk about it, and then obviously bless Charlie had to pretend like he hadn't watched certain episodes, so I wouldn't get spoiled, and it would have to be like, yeah, I've only watched up to here, and he's obviously watched like a whole fucking 80, 90 episodes ahead. And then one day I just chimed in the conversation. It was like, yeah, this person died. And I was like, yeah, this person killed him.
I remember that. I was so fucking mad. We were sitting there talking about, what was it? I think it was Ren. We was talking about Rin. And
Rin.
We was talking about I think it was Kakashi's backstory or something. And all of a sudden you was like, yeah, that's because of Rin. And I was like, yeah. Wait, what? Did you just say that? How the fuck do you know it was Rin? Like, what are you on about? How do you know this? I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I remember that. It was fucking crazy.
I slid in there like people slide into DMs. I was just like, yeah, sure, man. And you were like, what? Yeah, what? Did we just become best friends? Oh my god.
It was well played. It was really well played. You kept it quiet for like months.
Mate, Mate, I would watch like a traumatizing episode of people dying and surviving or learning new shit. And Rikesh just come around casually, be like, "What have you been up to?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing, man. Just chilling. How are you?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm dying on the inside."
Yeah, I think there was a day that I came round, and I think that it was that same day. Spoiler warning: that Jiraiya had gone to the Rain Village and fought Pain and then died. And I think that same night I came around to see you, and you was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it, man. That was just heartbreaking." And I think you was like, "Well, what is it? What is it? Tell me." I was like, "All right, I told you what happened." You were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, man." And then I think you eventually got to that episode.
Do you know what?
Later it was.
You went onto YouTube and you put it on. You put the fight on.
Yeah, I put it on.
It was a little bit later. You put it on, but this was around the time where I just started to watch Naruto. So it must have gone to the back of my mind. And then as I watched that episode for myself,
oh no,
I was sitting there watching it like, "Oh, it's a cool fight. This is a cool fight." My brain's like, "Why do I feel kind of upset? Why am I anticipating something? Like, why am I waiting for something?" And I was like, "Oh, this was like over 6 months ago. He's gonna die." But like, it hit. Yeah, it was horrible. Like I had an inkling.
Wow, a delayed spoiler.
Mate, it was back of my mind. But right. So I guess what I'll ask is the most obvious question. Who is your, and this could be broken down into, who is your favorite character? Obviously from villain to hero, and what is your favorite moment with that character?
It changes as you go through the show, right? And I guess the show in itself develops as well, like
a lot.
Yeah, I really like the first appearance of Rock Lee.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Sasuke's just like, why can't I touch this guy? Like,
the tuning exams.
Yeah, that was
the tuning exams the first time you saw Rock Lee fight.
Yeah.
You don't
when he drops the fucking weights, man, off his legs,
fighting against Gaara. That fight, Rock Lee versus Gaara, it's still top tier. And it is such early days. It wasn't even Shippuden, was it? No, that was like Naruto.
That was Naruto,
mate. Top tier.
Mate, what about Rock Lee's drunk fight with the bone guy?
The drunken monkey against Kimikaru?
Kimimaro.
All I know is the bone marrow guy, man. The bone.
Yeah.
Whoo!
They should have had that in the games. I don't know why they didn't have that in the games. At least dropping the weights or the drunken monkey. One of them two things should have been his finisher.
I swear there was a version of the game that had drunken Rock Lee. Like he drops the weights when you do the awakening. I remember that being in one of the games.
You're right. I think
it's like a cutscene's worth though. It's not like proper.
No, it's like an actual thing. Like it's
a move, right?
Like an awakening thing. But
it's not
there is. I remember Rock Lee dropping the weights, or he's like being drunk. I remember that being in one of the games.
It might be an item. It might just give you speed. I think
maybe
because in that same fight, they showed him opening the gates in it. So that's always been his awakening.
Yeah. Which is still good.
But yeah, I think after that they didn't really utilize him all that much, so it kind of dropped off after that. Kakashi's always been a favorite, and he actually gets developed as you go through the story. So I think I kind of stuck with Kakashi. I tried to stay away from the whole Naruto or Sasuke.
Yeah.
Argument,
because you obviously know that Sasuke is the winner. You just don't want to pick favorites. But that's fine. You don't have to say it. We already know it. We're friends. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Charlie's getting angry.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to say to the listeners that Rikesh is looking passionate and Charlie's looking exasperated and just fucking pissed off. No one can see it.
This is what happens when you're in the right. When you're in the right, you can afford to be this way.
Fuck off.
Just saying.
I don't know how. I can't fight him. The same way Sasuke can't fight Naruto. I can't fight Rikesh on this subject.
Okay, favorite characters. I think it's hard to pick a favorite character because when you spend this long with a show that goes on for over 1,000 episodes or whatever it is, everyone gets a lot of screen time. But I think there are obvious fan favorites like Sasuke, Itachi, Not Naruto.
Knew he was
Kakashi. But I mean, Sasuke obviously and Itachi are like definitely top tier characters. But there are a lot of other ones like Shikamaru. I love Shikamaru's character.
Good shout.
He's always been one of like the other cool favorites. Like he just kind of sticks back, but you know, you don't fuck with Shikamaru.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Batman,
hard
innit?
to pick.
Don't give him prep.
Kind of.
You'll
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
man,
Batman, isn't it? You give him prep time, that guy's gonna fucking win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Shikamaru. He's so sick.
Yeah.
I think like my favorite, like you said, it varies. I think like Naruto and Sasuke are obvious in a different sort of way, but like the personal favorites, like Kakashi kind of became it at one point, and a lot of other people. I think the one that kind of stayed with my heart was like Gaara. I loved Gaara's character arc. Like he came on as the full, like breaking fucking Rock Lee's legs to back, he's changing his life, and just that. It was the Naruto and Gaara fight that was the first time I knew I became a Naruto fan. Where Gaara's got like his tail demons, like I can't remember what his one's called,
Shikaku.
and he's about to fight
Shikaru.
Naruto.
Is it?
Shikaru, and
right?
Naruto has to. He's got the giant frog.
Yeah.
His sort of his summon, and as they're jumping up, he's like, right, you need to transform me to something. You need to transform me to something. Like we need to be able to fight. Come on. And Naruto's like, okay, cool. Something dangerous. Something with claws. Something I can fight. And through the smoke, he comes out, and he's got basically like his false summoned like Kurama Ninetales.
Mm.
And then he goes head to head, and that was the first moment I was like, yes, like fuck yes. And then like they have the fight, it doesn't work out, and then Naruto just headbutts him. And after all of that like anguish against Gaara, the guy fucking wins me over, and I'm like, my god, like, and his mum is like his protective sands, and his dad, and he becomes his own like not Hokage, but you know, the leader of his village, and I've always loved Gaara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know a couple of Gaara fans. He's one of the favorites.
100%. Yeah, he is top. He's a top tier character. It is tough, isn't it? Because like exactly as Frazer said, like it's such a long show. They highlight people all across it. So like Shikamaru was definitely one of my favorites for a long time, and then towards the end, there wasn't much of him. You know what I mean? Like he kind of got a little bit fizzled out, and then it was more like focusing on. And the same as Gaara, same as like a lot of the big characters from the first lot of Naruto, they then kind of focused on completely other new people like Madara and Obito and stuff like that. But do you know what, mate? I have to go with Might Guy. Might Guy is my top tier. He is so fucking sick, mate. When he fights Madara, it gives me goosebumps every time. It's so good. He's such a legend.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was never really clear on whether he can use ninjutsu or not. I thought he could, but he just chose not to. I think he can summon.
I think he can use
he
like
can
jujutsu, but I think he just prefers taijutsu. He just fights with his hands, and that's where Lee gets it from, I guess.
I vaguely remember a flashback of him and Rock Lee talking, and him saying, "Yeah, I can't do it either." But I'm pretty sure that happens. But then, yeah, you're right, because he does use it. Like, so I think maybe it was just a bit of a writing flaw. Maybe it was a filler that flashback was in, and it wasn't
filler.
Following the lore or something. But yeah, he definitely has ninjutsu. Oh, does he? I don't want to say that.
The only time I can say that he's used ninjutsu is when he summoned that little turtle. I'm pretty sure he did that.
Little turtle.
It's one of the first times we see him.
Right at the beginning. Yeah.
So, Googling it now. Guy is fully capable of both ninjutsu and genjutsu. He just chooses to lean more towards taijutsu.
Oh, okay. Wow, genjutsu, really?
Yeah.
That would be mad. Yeah,
Even
he's incredible.
It's true, man. When he was first fighting Itachi, and obviously you can't look Itachi in the eye, and they were like, how did you kind of counter him and stuff? He was like, I was watching his feet. I was just keeping an eye on his feet just to see where he was going to move, and I just countered it like that when he was in Katsuki. But that was just good choice.
Thank you.
Right, so I'm going to go from one extreme to the other. So we've spoken a bit of favorite characters. Why is there so much hate for Sakura?
Fucking useless.
Why, honestly? But from everywhere, from Japan to everywhere else that it's reached, this show has always been quite universal. So why?
Okay, let me ask you a question. What does Sakura add to the show?
I want to catch
So
up
tough.
to them. I'm going to catch up to them one day. I promise I will. I'm going to catch up to you guys. Please, Naruto, save Sasuke. Please. I can't do it. I know you love
She's
me,
still
but
trying
please.
to catch up to this day. she's
She's
still
had
about
his-
a mile behind.
She's had his fucking baby, man, and she's still like my kid will catch up to you.
They wrote Sakura
Yeah.
terribly, mate. Terribly. Do you know what? This is my biggest thing, right? And for every Naruto fan out there, think of this. If Ino was on Team 7 instead of Sakura, how fucking OP that team would have been. Now, Ino, I know she's got flower bombs, which seem quirky as, shit as shit. But she can actually go in people's minds and control them. That's a big fucking power. That's a really big power. Something that Sakura cannot do. Apparently she can beat that because she's got like crazy brain. But I think Ino should have been the third part of Team 7. Like, I think Sakura was just she didn't have much to give. Like, and everything that she was bringing was like completely new stuff that she was learning. Like, bumping into Tsunade to learn, how to heal and stuff like that. And it's like, you didn't bring anything beforehand, and like all you could do is just get angry and like hit the guys whenever they were misbehaving and stuff. And yeah, I feel like she was like they were trying to make her like a Katara character, like from Avatar, but they didn't quite get it.
She didn't get good character development, as well as not really adding anything to the show. There's like they really flopped around with a character at the beginning. Like, apparently she was supposed to be able to use Genjutsu. Maybe it was then they decided that, oh wait, the Sharingan's gonna have Genjutsu, so we can't have her doing that. So I guess they were kind of stuck at that point, and they said, okay, let's just make her the trope of female character in the back.
Yeah.
Just round out the numbers, add a Sakura. Fuck it. That's all. That's what she is in my mind. She's just there to make up a 3-man team. That's it. There is no other use for Sakura. She doesn't do anything. She just mopes and complains and cries.
And they had an opportunity
after thingies. Sasuke. And I mean, don't get me wrong, fawn after Sasuke because he's hot and whatever. But she claims that she's in love with him throughout the whole show, and it's like, he fucking hates you. Like, he has never shown you anything. This is a terrible message for women. You know what I mean? She is not a good role model. And then she has his kid, and it's like, oh, you fully committed to them two being together, and then Sasuke leaves again. She's so shit. She don't do anything right. Like, she can't even love properly.
There's no real hooks for that relationship at all.
No.
It wasn't believable, because even the point where she really runs into him, where Sasuke is really in his like, I don't know, I'm going to call it the rebellious villain stage, and he basically kills her or goes for her or something. If you remember on the bridge when Sasuke is fighting the guy with all the eyes on his arms.
Danzo,
yeah. And then Sasuke, Sakura just runs in, and he still fucking goes for her. Like, he shoots her, and it's like, this guy has nothing for you. There wasn't even like a sweet moment they had that she held on to. There was just
nothing.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so hot. And then that just kept going.
Yeah.
Charlie, don't you have a Sakura impression?
No, I have a Hinata impression.
Is it Hinata impression? Okay, my bad. Could you just
Naruto. Naruto. Good. I can't do it in Japanese. Let me try. Naruto. Yes, it's the same.
Wow, you know Japanese, dude.
Just for this podcast.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Yeah, they had an opportunity. With when Shippuden came around, like, she'd been training. Maybe they could have done something there, but they gave her super strength, and then not only is that kind of boring, they didn't utilize it at all.
Yeah, she can summon, but she doesn't really summon. She can heal, but so can half the village. Yeah, and it's like, what does she do? She doesn't add anything. It's just maybe once every 300 episodes, she might do something that was like, oh,
that's
that was
literally what I was
decent.
about to say. She
That was
gets like
decent.
a finale moment, like when she's holding Naruto's heart and keeping him alive by literally pumping it with her hand.
Yeah.
Dope. That's a really, really cool scene. That is when you're like, oh, thank fuck, Sakura knows how to heal. But
this is what it was leading up to.
I just feel like, if she weren't there, someone else would have come and done something. Naruto was never going to die.
Like, he would have used electricity like a defibrillator.
Yeah.
He could have done that.
Why not? Yeah.
God damn. Right. Which character in the world of Naruto, if you was in that world, in the ninja world, who would you want to be your sensei? Who would you want to train you?
Ooh.
Anyone. Alive.
Sakura. He's got Sakura.
Sakura!
He said anyone.
He got it. He did it.
Like alive or like dead characters?
Any characters, any clan, present or not, from the beginning to the end of the show, or anyone you had a reference of, who would you want to train you?
Really hard question.
That is.
Keep in mind, this is going to reflect in terms of what clan you would be, what land, like what nation you would be from.
Do you know what? It's so basic, but Kakashi was kind of sick. There's not out of all the different people. Like, I know Mike Guy was also a leader, and I said he was my favorite character, but he would just work you to the bone. Kakashi was so smart in how he trained them. Like,
he's so versatile.
Obviously, yeah. He trained them in so many different ways and so many different strengths and weaknesses. I'd say Kakashi.
That's fair.
I'm going to kind of bounce off of Charlie and take it one higher because it's one of my favorite characters for obvious reasons is Minato.
Oh, good shout. Yeah.
He seemed pretty laid back.
Yeah.
He was powerful but chill.
You guys
also, someone died under his watch.
I'm going to teleport over there.
Yeah. And yeah, Rin did die when he was there, so is he that good? Joking. He was also
She was the one to have to kill Rin. Like,
you know how to do it. You can teach me.
Right, Charlie, this is how you kill. Come here.
Apparently, Hiruzen, who was the third Hokage, apparently he was really sick. We just obviously only seen him when he's old and not really active.
Oh,
but apparently,
yeah.
And he knew like so many different jutsu.
I was going to go on the same kind of flex and be like the very first Hokage. I can't remember his name. Was it Hiruzen?
Yeah. The first one we see.
Yeah.
The actual first Hokage of the Hidden Leaf. Hashirama. Yeah, I think
that's a good shout.
I think that would be my choice if I had to pick.
He
seems solid. He seems
that's a good shout.
Mad.
That's literally Madara's like opposite end of the scale, and he's obviously one of the reincarnated sort of Naruto Sasuke brothers. Mm-hmm. So that is a lot of power there.
It's funny you chose a Naruto. Oh, weird.
Oh, it's funny you picked Kakashi because who else was trained by Kakashi? Who actually was mentored?
Naruto.
Was it Sasuke? Was it Sasuke? It was pretty sure it was Sasuke, wasn't it?
Guys,
I mean, I'm
pretty sure it was Sasuke.
3 different people.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Sasuke.
For the love of God, please. I literally had a question.
We have a minute left. We do not have time.
I know. We ain't got time for this. Guys,
time for an
ad break. We'll come back.
Come to an ad break.
Ad break.
Jeffrey, you can't keep doing this. Doing what? Every time we get into an argument, you just poof away and turn into a bunch of logs. Okay, honey, there's no shout. Calm down. Just calm down. Calm down. What do you mean, calm down? We have a whole living room full of fucking logs, okay, Jeffrey? And if you keep God damn it, Jeffrey! I can't keep living like this. I fucking hate logs.
Sometimes using a substitution jutsu is more harmful than helpful. If you or someone you know is suffering as a side effect of substitution jutsu, contact our free helpline. Don't run like a dog. Avoid being a log. No substitution at helpline.com.
Right, welcome back, guys. Wow, Rikesh's background is intimidating. It's just
That is also
Uchiha eyes looking at the screen. A Sharingan. Right, welcome back to part 2. Okay, so there are a total of 720 episodes from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden.
Wow.
Of the 720, there are 290 filler episodes, leaving only 430 canon episodes. Naruto has 11 movies and a total of 41 games.
What?
Ooh.
41 games
Jesus.
on 14 different platforms throughout its 15-year run.
God
Everything from GameCube to TS to even like iOS and Android, your PSs, your Xboxes, everything included.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes more sense now.
Now, amongst these games, there was one that was very close to our hearts. I know we all played individual ones. I know we played the trilogies, but obviously I'm talking about Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm for Tetris.
1, 2, and 4.
What a game.
So, Rikesh has got the case right there. This was a game that I came very late to, but I tried my hardest and I practiced like a motherfucker to catch up to you guys because you guys had years on me. But this was the game that brought us together and made or break friendships.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, guys? What's your thoughts?
I love getting into the zone on that game.
It's like rapid chess. I know it sounds dumb, but like, have you ever been playing it and you're like, my brain is about 6 moves ahead? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, I know what they're going to do because they're running out of this. They're going to do this. They've got this left. And you're just working so quick. And the better you get at the game, you actually feel like a fucking ninja. Like, it's so crazy that the mechanics of it are really, really good. Like, they make you, because you don't actually see many fights just take place in real time. In the show, there's always like little monologues and inner thoughts and stuff like that, and like breaks between like this scene and another scene. But in that game, they've done the fighting like exactly how you would imagine an actual fight in that show to go in real time. It's fucking badass game, mate. And the graphics and everything. Love it.
Yeah,
that was a type of fighting. I must admit that on paper, I would not have known how they would have done it successfully with all the layers, all the moves, and to make you feel like Charlie said, like a bit more ninja. You're not playing a game, you are playing chess. Your hands just know what they're doing, but your brain has to be so ahead of everything that's happening. So that was released back in February of 2016.
Wow.
That's quite a lot older than I thought. It still holds up. And and I couldn't find any up-to-date consensus, but from March last year, over 10.5 million copies have sold and still ongoing.
Nice.
Yeah. So, first question, easy question. Who is your favorite team setup? Who is your A team in this game?
I think we all know each other's A teams at this point.
This is for the listeners though, and I would like to kind of get a retouch. We haven't played this game in a long time. Like, who is your A team? Who is your like shit's about to go down, and I need
the boys. I need
the boys, the girls, the backup, the boys.
Yeah, I can't remember how I got there. Like Kakashi was always on there, and Obito's on there, and Darui.
What a fucking character Darui is.
Yeah. Darui's support move is really good for pinning people down. And having a fireball is always good. That's mainly why Obito's on there. When he's actually on the field, his actual attacks can be pretty messy, so that's kind of good. And then Kakashi's just staple.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Obito and Kakashi obviously have their team up ultimate.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
nice to see when that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, mine's Shisui and Itachi.
Bro,
Shisui's
yeah.
just
Yeah,
so fucking...
your
Don't get
one
mad.
was
Don't
a-
get mad. Don't get mad because you get slapped. Don't get mad because you get slapped.
No, mate, I love that team. That's a great team.
No,
Itachi's
it's
a
so
sick
good.
character, yeah, and so is Shisui. To be fair, Shisui isn't really in the anime. He's in more filler, but the filler is fucking awesome. Like he's in the in the actual canon, but not a great deal.
Not much.
Not enough to see him fighting. I don't think you actually see him fight at all in the canon.
I don't think you do.
I think you see him die, but you don't see him fight. But yeah, no, you are good with that team as well.
Why two people, Rick? Why ignore the third slot?
I think when you pick three people, obviously your assists charge a lot slower. When you got two, it's quicker to charge. And having
broken enough.
Why are you getting mad? Don't get mad.
He's literally. I don't know if they still have tournaments, but he's literally banned.
Is he actually banned
Yes,
from tournaments?
He's actually banned.
Fucking crazy.
Who, Shisui?
He breaks the game. Yeah.
No way.
He's got so much range.
His ultimate, his attacks, his jutsu.
I mean, we beat him. We beat Rikesh with that team before. Like,
you have.
He's not unbeatable.
No.
Then saying that, Rikesh just might not be tournament level with him. I guess people at that level probably could break him. I think it's so tough. But I mean, if I'm going to go with a 3-person team, it's Ino as support, Naruto, and my guy.
Which Naruto?
It's normally the last one, isn't it?
No, not the last, because the last I don't like his not ultimate, the other one, the triangle circle move, or whatever it is. Been a while. Normal jutsu, yeah. It's the top form of him on the first page, top left, Naruto. I can't remember what his name is. I think it might be 6 halves.
Oh, it's 6.
Stage of 6 halves. Yeah, when he's got the orbs and everything.
Yeah.
To me, that's an OP character, which is why I love using him. But yeah, he holds the team together, and then you got Ino and Mike Guy as support.
Okay. Well, obviously, you guys know mine. I never really had a B team. So my main was always Minato. Like I put all of my energy. I didn't even switch out, and my backups were Neji and Hinata because they could get me space. They could protect me. They could allow me to charge my chakra quicker, heal quicker. They're good support, and I didn't mind switching them up. Like Neji, I loved, but I saw the potential of Neji in the game through Frazer. Like when Frazer really got on a roll with Neji, I couldn't break out. So I wanted to kind of do the same, but Minato was my guy and always will be on that game.
Yeah, you're good with Minato as well. I remember the first time we fought, because obviously you were late to the game and we'd all like been playing it for so long, we were like seasoned. And you came in and you were like playing with Minato, jumping around, and I was like, "All right, he's gonna go with a quick character," and you fucked me up, mate. And I was so proud of you. So proud. I
think that whole night, I think he just fucked us up, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a tournament, wasn't it? Because we done a tournament and he actually won. Yeah.
There was a point we did that, yeah.
I'm gonna say I think that's because we had all played each other so much, we knew how each other played.
Yeah,
Serhan was just an absolute a rogue bullet, wasn't he? Really,
just a wild card, really. From.
Yeah, wild card. You done well though.
Thank you.
You don't know where Minato is going.
Compared to like when you very first started playing the game and you was literally just not doing anything, compared to where you are now, definitely got better. Definitely got better.
I think the sentiment really is true in the sense of if you want to get better, play people that are better than you.
100%. Yeah.
We're gonna have to play it on video. Upload it.
Yeah.
Oh,
start gaming podcast.
So
they could just hear
reflecting of it's just us talking. It's just gonna be a lot of crying and screaming.
It's like, oh shit. Oh, good
commentator.
If you listen to people playing games without context, it's uncomfortable. It's either angry or sexual. That's all I'm gonna say.
Both.
I'm just saying it. So hearing everyone's teams getting like reminder between the four of us, we played so often. Who would you say is your best friend that you would like to play on this game, and the person that you least liked playing? Your worst person, the person that you thought, for fuck's sake, I don't want to fight this guy.
No one. I ain't got anyone that I don't want to fight. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a game, and I will love playing all of you guys. I can't actually put my finger on who is the best, because I think anyone on their day can win. Rikesh, I am just going to ignore you just pointing me.
Come on.
It's me. Obviously, it's me.
Come on.
No, I think anyone on their day can win. And that's why I like playing with you guys. It was Alon who trained me, like, because he was the one who introduced me and Jay to Naruto, and we were playing Generations, because this was back before 4 had come out, I think, and around that time. And yeah, he was way better than me. And so by the time I caught up to Alon, I think we were all in the same kind of ballpark.
Is Alon good? Let's play him.
He is. I don't know if he'd be as good as us now, but then saying that, I haven't played it in ages either, so I don't know. He's all right. He's good.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I think obviously I think I've played Rikesh the most, but yeah, it's nice having more people and more variety of teams to play. So yeah,
it's nice when we just like when we get bored of playing up each other's first teams, and we just like random a whole selection and we just see what happens, and we just fuck around and do some mad shit and just have a laugh. That's funny like that.
Yeah,
I like
fucking teams.
I like the randomization. I discovered a lot of characters. I discovered that Killer B. I really enjoyed playing with Killer. He was awkward at first.
B's
really
hard.
Good.
Yeah.
He's hard to play with.
Yeah. Oh, rhythm. But I think we can all agree that, forget the level of skill, when Rikesh was on full mode, no one wanted to be around him because he was just the most annoying person ever. Like
Naruto.
I meant in life, but yeah, Naruto.
I thought you were talking about Marvel. I don't think I had
Marvel,
a stage. Not on Naruto. Not on Naruto.
You did to Frazer. You would always put him down when you won, and if you lost,
that's because it's funny to egg Frazer on. It's funny to egg him on because he goes quiet. He goes silent. He's not going to say anything.
Oh man!
And then when you get
very, man, he'll stay fucking quiet.
You know what? When Frazer would go quiet, it was scary because you would say nothing, mate, and then all of a sudden you would just pick up the controller again and be like, all right, let's just do another one, or just instantly rematch, no words, and I'm like,
like me and Serhan are sitting there waiting for our turn, and it's like, oh, Frazer, unlucky, mate, like waiting for the controller, and he's like, rematch. He's like, all right, we'll just wait one more.
But I must admit that was like I would say, like, for me, Charlie and Rikesh had a certain consistency. Frazer for me was the most random. Like, when on days I could beat him, it felt very easy, and then when days I couldn't, I didn't get a breath. I didn't get a moment to think, and that extremes threw me off more than, okay, I thought Charlie's going to treat me like this, Rikesh is going to try and be like this, but Frazer on a good day was a brick fucking wall.
Yeah, but
I agree.
I think that's the thing though. Like with a game like that, we all had like our own shit days and our bad days. Some days we were just untouchable. All of it. Each of us would just wreck everyone else over and over and over again. But then other days, one of us would be shit and we just get walked all over. I think that's the fun of it. We're good enough where we can play each other at that level, but it can still get really mixed up depending on the teams and everything. It just depends on the day. But each of us have all had like really good. I can think of a fair few really good games that I've had with all three of us.
Yeah, I've got a few game clips saved, like on my Xbox when we done the tournament, and they're so good, mate. Like, I forget how good not only we are at the game, but just how good the game is in general when it gets to those peak moments, and you're like, mate, like, I think there was a fight, and it might have been against you, Fraze, I think, when we were playing as Rock Lee and Neji. I don't know if you remember, but it was a singles match, and it got to the point where we went in the air for so long because we just kept countering, and no one was hitting the floor. We were in the air for so long, and these are two grounded characters, but it was just constant, like, oh, it was fucking sick.
Running out of chakra for sure.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I'm sure Serhan must have a couple clips on his PS.
I've got loads of fights of us saved, and you can usually tell from the teams. But I've also tried to name them as I've gone, like date and time, and like, you know, this person versus this person.
Smart.
Man. So we've spoken a little bit about the anime, and now we've touched on the game. So looking at the game, which characters can you think of that have the biggest difference between game to anime in terms of who is a bit underpowered or overpowered in the game versus the anime?
Ino. 100%. Ino is sick in the game. She's so good, and I think they should have let her be like that in the anime. She would have been amazing. But yeah, in the game, she's fucking OP. Yeah,
literally, and it takes off no chakra. You just get spammed with fucking power bombs in your
tiny
face.
amount of chakra to throw a massive bomb. Who?
Daedra.
Daedra is another one.
Oh, Daedra. Yeah.
Daedra is
yeah.
Just spam square. You never have to move. You just throw little bombs and everything away. Yeah. I think another one was like the puppets and the Kankuro and the other one. Really they're so sick in the anime, but when you play the game, they're so shit.
I hated those fucking puppets.
It's a different mechanic, but when you get used to it, when you get used to Kankuro, and I'm trying to remember the other guy's name. What is the other guy's name with the red hair? Who? Sasori. Yes, thank you. When you play them, there is a way to play like and nail it. Like I remember I sessioned both those characters for ages because I really wanted to get used to them. And there were times where I was like, I got it now. But the moment you play someone else, it depends who they've got of how it's going to go. If they've got a quick character, it's done. You're going to lose. They're going to run straight through your guys and fuck you up. But they are kind of cool. The mechanics are fun.
I never could get used to them.
But it's true. I respect what Charlie says. I fucking hated playing him on the game. I would just say, it's the puppet master, and it just pissed me off. But it's a bit like Killer Bee. If you get used to the mechanics, you could dominate because it was such an unpredictable. For the first time to play with the puppets, I kept trying to move the character, and the puppets would move, and I'm like, okay, why is this not working? And that threw me off. But like, touching back onto the question, I always thought like the big ones. Obviously, they have to kind of scale the power levels. Like you're fighting like child Naruto versus like adult Madara, and I'm like, Madara is gonna smash you. Or Orochimaru, like even he was a little bit not as powerful as I would have thought he would have been.
Yeah, I agree with
Orochimaru.
Madara and Orochimaru. I think more Madara personally. Like Madara, Obito, like they just didn't have the Pain. Pain's another one. Didn't have as big as a punch as I would think.
Pain's a sick character to play with, though.
Madara,
Rikesh used.
Pretty messed up if you know how to use Madara.
Yeah.
Because his attacks are just, I think it's just his first attack is like a punch, but then every other attack is Susanoo. And you can't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like even on my team, I feel like Obito is a bit of a weak link, and he's not actually all that good.
There's a couple of versions of him.
It's the final version of him, and he could have been made better, I think.
Yeah.
There was somebody else.
Kaka. What was that guy's name? Who's like Orochimaru's bitch
Kabuto.
Fucking, he's the worst character ever. He made me dislike Naruto a little bit, like the show, not the character.
Yeah. Kabuto is a very annoying character in the game and in the show. In the show, he starts off as a little bitch boy, and then he just progressively gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's like, why are you still alive? Like, why are you not dead yet? Someone please 100%. Just kill him. Yeah.
And Itachi fucks him up. I like that when he keeps him in his own head. Like, you're just going to replay what's happened in your life.
That was a sick fight as well.
Yeah.
You realize you're a douche.
Until you realize you're a douche, yeah.
I think in the game he's like one of the only characters, or the only character that can put the other character to sleep. I don't know if they removed that by Ninja Storm 4. It might have been in like Ninja Storm 1 and 2, but he could put the other character to sleep, and it was kind of broken.
Oh damn! I didn't know that they could do that. I don't think you can do it in 4. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, they might have taken that jutsu out.
I've not seen it in 4. You're making me want to play the
Orochimaru's
game all
cool as
over
well.
again.
They just released the compilation of 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think they released it or they announced it.
That
wow.
could be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Yeah.
Are they just going to mesh all the characters and stuff together, or is it just separate games still?
I hope that they do something with it, because in Ninja Storm 1, the whole Zabuza arc isn't there. I think they revisit it, but for some reason they skipped it in Ninja Storm 1.
That's like one of the best storylines.
Yeah, it's quite pivotal, and they skip it.
With Haku, right? That's them on the
Yeah.
bridge. Yeah. That's like one of the biggest moments in definitely in.
That's like one of the
season.
first times that's like their first mission, wasn't it? When they first leave the village
Yeah,
and they run into Haku and Zabuza.
it's like
Yeah.
like a level C mission, whatever it's called, and it ends up being like an A-class mission because of
Yeah.
Right, I remember that now.
Yeah, on the Naruto bridge, because they name it after him.
Right. I want to ask you guys one last question before I move into some trivia. I mean, there might be some little questions speckled in, but the last one to cap it all off. If Naruto in the show was not the main protagonist, who would you personally want to be the main protagonist? Which character would you like to be in the center of it, to see more of, to have more of a history?
Just let Rikesh answer first.
Rikesh and Charlie has started to lean out of the frame of their own camera. They're just leaning away from each other virtually.
Sakura.
Sakura.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Sasuke, but if not Sasuke, then I don't know, man.
No, if you want Sasuke, say Sasuke.
But he is also kind of the main character of the show. Fair enough, it's called Naruto. Okay, fine, but Sasuke, it plays as just as big of a role in the
100%.
show as Naruto does. So saying Sasuke is kind of like a cheat, because the show is also kind of him as the main character.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know, man.
Naruto still in the show, or is he out of the show and it's a whole? Because
I mean, it wouldn't be the same without Naruto, right? If you're gonna do the show, you need someone.
You need him.
Yeah, you need that balance.
I mean, I'd follow a whole other team. Shikamaru, with Team 6 or whatever they were. I can't remember the teams. But
Yeah,
Gaara is a good
would-
one as well.
Gaara would be good,
Mm.
but I would like to follow Kakashi.
it makes
Kind of
sense.
do.
Kakashi's childhood, to his training, to his loss, to being the person who trains Naruto. Like, I think that's a beautiful story. I'd love to see him more. And obviously his loss, Rin, Obito, like that's enough of a backstory to make a show, in my opinion.
I'm imagining it as like Naruto's not even part of the show. Like imagining that, and then just following Kakashi, and then he has to be the one to, I don't know, stop Sasuke, I guess.
Oh,
That would be pretty cool.
yeah, that's kind of dope. That's actually kind of dope. I think you guys are on something here.
Like
Are
an
we
alternate
right?
universe
Are
of
we right?
Naruto.
We're writing a show, bros. We're writing a show.
Yeah, I agree with Charlie as well. Like, if it was the case of following a different team, then I think it would be Shikamaru's team.
Yeah, but
Choji's a bit of a throwaway character, though.
Yeah,
I wanted
Maybe
more from
shove it up.
Choji.
Maybe
he has a few
maybe have
moments.
Neji in the team instead.
Yes, you've nailed it.
Neji.
That is the team, innit? Yeah, I agree. Yes, Frazer. That made me happy thinking about that.
Yeah,
You.
I want to play with that team
They're
now.
gonna try to put Ninja Storm down. They're trying to
Yeah.
What about your son?
I said Kakashi.
Oh,
Hey.
oh yeah, my bad.
One of the things.
Listen, Rikesh, listen.
Listening jutsu.
One of the things that I've seen written about is having a Naruto prequel that follows Minato.
Ooh.
That could be
Makes
cool.
sense, right?
Yeah, that would be
That
awesome.
could be cool.
Mm,
And I think people would prefer it to Boruto.
I agree.
Yes.
I've fallen off with Boruto, and I think a couple of people have. It's just a real difficult watch.
Got 8 episodes into Boruto, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, the movie kind of like the Boruto movie kind of covers the whole first season, I think, of Boruto, if I'm not mistaken. It maybe even more. And yeah, the movie was good enough for me.
But, yeah, I've seen the Boruto movie. Yeah. I got a few episodes into the first season of Boruto, and I was like, no, I'm good. There's no Sasuke, I'm out, and just left it there.
Yeah. How did Brock Lee have a kid? I mean, it's. Did I explain that in the end? Did that come up? Metal Lee, wasn't it?
As far as I know, anyway, I don't know. I think
Metal Lee.
It's 1010.
Yeah, Rock Lee's kid is Metal Lee. I'm pretty sure
They're
his name's
starting
Metal
to
Lee.
sound
Right?
like they're starting to sound like Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's just evolving.
Yeah.
It's just evolving to the next fucking material.
Titanium Lee, Adamantium Lee.
Adamantium Lee.
That would be sick. What's your name? Titanium Lee. God damn. Okay, so this is, I guess, Chaz, we need to add in, apart from the adverts, like a trivia theme. It's trivia! Right. I know we've got like 6 minutes left of this bit, but we can finish it up in the third part. In Ultimate Ninja Force, Ninja Storm 4, Itachi and Shisui both have a perfect Susanoo forms, neither of which existed in manga or anime, but were both designed by the creator and illustrator Masahi Kishimoto for the game.
Interesting.
I never really clocked it, but it's true. It's true.
That does make sense because you never see Shisui Susanoo at all. So, but he has a green one, which is like, okay, cool.
There are 9 individual tailed beasts or bijou. I can kind of go through them. I've got their names. Bum, 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 bum. So go in order of tails. So Shukaku, Matatabi, Isobu, Son Goku, Kokuo, Saiken, Chomei or Chomi, Gyoki, Kurama, and the 10 tails. Obviously, it's not really the 10-1. And just kind of on the back of that, I wanted to kind of ask you, which one is your favorite beast? I mean, forget the level of power. Which one was your favorite tailed beast, and which one would you like to have?
Yeah, it can't. It gets Kurama in it. It's all day. I mean, if you pick anyone else, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Okay, Kurama is peak. Yes, I'll stand by.
It's going to mainly be based on the design of them, because they don't get much screen time or.
Yeah.
True.
I kind of like the look of Son Goku, and the Hachibi, the 8 tails.
Remind everyone
the blue one.
These ones are okay. Son Goku
is the
ape-looking one, the gorilla. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roshi's
Roshi. That's it. Yeah. In the game, that is a pretty badass tail beast. It's a pretty good one. But yeah, you don't see him much in the anime.
So these bijou, some of them are inspired by popular anime yokais from Japanese myths, which Kishimoto kind of took from, and others are just by his own imagination. I don't know which ones are which, but I'm just letting you know that was the kind of inspiration for them.
Nice.
So, as much as the show ran from 2002 to 2017, the manga ran from 1999 to 2014. I did not know that.
No, even know.
These are some little touches that I found kind of funny. So the Naruto fan base is known as Narutards.
No, it isn't. No.
Apparently so.
No.
I went on to wow. You're a Naruto.
No, I feel
definitely.
I don't even want to say that.
It's like you can't say that in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Let alone upload it to fucking social media. Jesus Christ.
That's what it's called. That's what it's.
I'm just gonna bleep it out every time Serhan says it. He'll be like, "They're called Naruto."
Naruto. Naruto has been adapted into a stage play in Japan called the live spectacle Naruto that started in 2015.
Wow.
Banging. I'd want to go see that.
I must
it a
admit,
musical?
I think it is a musical. I've only seen pictures, but the poster looks fucking amazing. I'm just going to say that now.
Oh, mate, gotta check that out.
Naruto has also been adapted into a number, and I did not know this, of live action films, including a 2015 Japanese film, a 2017 Hollywood film, and reported last year, May, Lionsgate is currently in the works for a Naruto live action movie.
Stop. Just
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Everyone's, I knew
Don't do
it.
it. Don't
Everyone looks so disappointed.
Leave it alone.
I knew
Leave it alone.
you say a Hollywood 2017 version?
Yeah, apparently so. 2017 was already a pre-release.
Really?
Never.
Apparently.
Hollywood, like
I feel
Hollywood.
like that.
Yeah.
The only
will.
live action stuff I've seen has been fan made. And
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But they haven't been full length features. I had no idea that they actually made films.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
look, at the end of the day, this is stuff I'm reading from the Naruto fan page. I could be a little bit wrong. Or it might be referencing a film rather than live action that I might be getting wrong, but that's what I know. But at least I know, and I checked the report from Lionsgate, and it hasn't been changed since. That since May last year, they're in development, apparently, of a live
I'm
action.
looking on IMDb now, and there is definitely a Naruto thing on IMDb.
Oh wow. Do you know what?
Well,
Look,
there
if
we
they
go.
do it well, great. But it's like, first of all, if it's a movie, there's no chance it's going to be good. That you
No.
cannot fit the story of Naruto in any form, even if you want to just do the first tuning exams. You can't even fit that in a movie. There's so much, there's
Yeah.
so much. You want to do a show, a live action series, cool. I think that could work. You could maybe filter down some of the repetition and, and literally go through the tuning exams and end it on the Gaara fight with Naruto. Sure, I'm down for that. But you can't do a movie. It's impossible. It's like doing a movie of The Last of Us, like we were saying before. It would just be too much that you're cutting to make it work, and no way it would work.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Okay. No, I'm on the same flex as you guys. I knew we were going to get this response, and I was a bit like, "Ooh." And to be honest with you, it doesn't need it. It doesn't need to happen.
Not at
Like
all.
the Naruto animated movies is enough. Take the 700 episodes or 500 canon and put that and make that into a movie. I'm down. So Naruto's name comes from the Japanese word for whirlpool, equally inspired by the ramen topping food called Naruto Maki, with its spiral-shaped pattern further connecting to a whirlpool. Here, the description of Naruto's nature connected to his favorite food and his family crest. Boom!
Yeah,
Drop some knowledge.
I haven't tried it though.
Oh,
I have
I've
every
tried it,
time
it's
I
not
have ramen.
No, Naruto Maki in particular.
Oh,
You're breaking up.
every time I have
uh-oh.
ramen.
Say again.
Oh, now he's frozen.
It's all right, you're back now, I think.
He's still frozen on mine.
That face, yeah. For those of you listening at home, Serhan just pulled the creepiest face.
You're supposed to edit this bit out.
Nah, fuck it, we keep it in.
That's the
Am
thumbnail
I
right
back?
there.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
repeat what you
Am I back?
said again.
No, I'm just saying that every time I have ramen, I scream the word ramen like Naruto. I just grab it and I'm like, ramen! And I feel the passion. I love ramen. Right, I'm going to continue before my internet dies. So, if I break down, let me know. Naruto actually has two voice actors in Japan. both of which are female. One voice is for Naruto throughout the show, and one is to voice his sexy technique. It's a separate voice actress.
What?
What was her name?
There's
They're
a
not
whole
names.
separate voice actor that just does Naruto's voice.
What,
once
for
he does
sexy jutsu?
the sexy jutsu.
Oh,
The
wow.
And he's in the
jutsu,
sexy
yes.
jutsu form. That's a completely different voice actor saying the line.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Huh.
But on the English dub, Naruto has 5 voice actors.
Wow, really?
All are women. 1 is for
Yeah.
Naruto throughout the show, and 4 for his sexy jutsu.
What, am I
What?
confused? What? How much does he talk when he's in
Is it
sexy
because-
jutsu? Because I remember it was all just like, and that's
Is
it.
it because he
Yeah.
uses Kagebushin as well when he does sexy jutsu, and they all have different voices?
Yeah,
that,
I think
that's got to
so.
be it.
That's weird.
That's got to be it.
But yeah,
But they're clones. Now the
Naruto-
clones have different voices.
No, they're not clones. I think he has like different men or women depending on what one he's doing.
In
You know what I mean?
when in Naruto, in the dub, his voice actor kind of sounds like they smoke a lot. Get a bit raspy. Kind
Yeah,
of makes
he
sense
is.
that
She
it's a female. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Sasuke?
Yeah, but I loved that rasp. Honestly, it sold it. It's a bit like Ash in Pokemon. You know how that he's got that little
Yeah.
kind of scratch at the back of his throat. It makes it so much more iconic for a character that's the title character. It held that voice held it for me for like pretty much all of Naruto and Shippuden until the final like 50 episodes that I watched in sub. But yeah, she was awesome. I don't think there was 5 actors. I think the sexy jutsu must have been the different guys going, oh.
Oh,
I can't imagine because they don't have a conversation.
No, they don't. I don't think they say anything once he's like in that form.
Not more.
guys,
Kind of
this is
blown my
called
mind.
trivia. This is not called dispute what Serhan says.
You're wrong.
Well, trivia is usually factual. Serhan.
This is from the Naruto fan page. This is from Narutopedia, right? And
From
I'm
the
quoting
from the
loads of different websites.
Narutards. You're getting information from the Narutards.
From the
I don't
Naru-
trust it.
The Naruto.
The
This
Naruto.
is-
To beep that out as well.
Right. Sasuke's character was inspired by Sanpei Shirato's 1961 manga by the same name, Sasuke, about the son of a renowned ninja.
A world-renowned ginger.
Oh, that caught me. Oh, Jesus.
I didn't know where that came from. Right. No, the son of a renowned ninja and his struggles to fend for himself after his clan is all wiped out by enemy clans. Kishimoto based the name, backstory, and overall design on this original manga. And if you see the picture of this manga, it's a different art style, but it's very Sasuke. The backstory, everything is very Sasuke. Like this. Yes, sir.
How'd they get away with
This
that?
is maybe he bought the rights. Maybe I think there is copyright laws have certain lines where you can, like for example, you can parody something and it's legal, but you cannot copy it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it
there's
doesn't sound
these
like a
weird
copy.
rules. It's not a copy. No, it's not. But it's inspired. It's just inspired, I would say. This is my favorite bit of trivia, apart from the turds.
Go for it.
In Germany, there are lots of restrictions on violent games and shows. And so, Naruto removed all blades, leading to some confusing moments in the show, including characters looking like they are floating because they are leaning on nothing or holding nothing.
Yeah, that's
How will they do that? What? So what, Tenten just does not exist in Germany, Naruto? Is that what that sounds like?
Tenten just throws scrolls at people.
Wait, no, there's
Nothing.
so many. There's literally a whole clan of swordsmen. What did they do there?
yeah. We're the legendary men.
Seven.
Yeah.
We're the
Okay.
7 legendary men.
And like Kisame, what the fuck did they do with him? He's got a massive shark sword.
Yeah.
Maybe they made it a baseball bat or something.
Oh my god, they've all got baseball bats. And they're replacing the sheets with
Can you guys see this, please?
No.
One, it's a podcast, and 2.
Right, no. All right, I will send it to you guys. It's a picture of Zabuza, and I wanted to double Google the Germany, and it's true. German censorship. It shows someone like pointing a sword at the camera, and in the other picture, oh, that fucking scared me. I thought there was someone behind me. Oh, Jesus.
You
I don't
thought
know
someone
why.
was behind you.
That's not how Zoom works.
I don't
Serhan
know.
thought you were behind him. He doesn't understand how Zoom works.
Hi.
Walks
Oh,
across.
that scared. Hi, Jade.
Goes down.
Mate, that scared the fuck out of me. Honest to God, I was like, "Who's behind me?" Okay, but yeah, no, that was a real thing in Germany. They removed all blades from the show. And I don't know how. What?
Killer Bee. Just dancing on Sasuke.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm sorry, but why Germany as well? Like, I would expect it from a lot of places, but Germany isn't one that I would have thought it would be. Like, that's so strange, and the effort that must have taken to make it work at all.
Would it not just be easy to be like, nah, we're not going to show it in Germany. Fuck that then. I mean, that's it. Germans can like pirate it from somewhere else. Done.
Yeah, I'm sure most did.
It must have, right?
Well, I mean, if you look at WhatsApp right now, I've sent you a picture, and that's just one example of a frame in Naruto.
But I reckon that's probably on TV, right? And I reckon it didn't for very long. I can't imagine it got.
No, I reckon it's a TV. It's a TV thing.
So he's just holding a handle.
Weird.
He's just holding the hilt.
The hilt, sorry. That's insane.
I like the one below with the Wii remote.
The Wii remote. I'll tell you what, we'll try and put the links to these pictures in the descriptions, but there's no promises.
No. If you just put Naruto German censorship, you will get all the pictures you need.
That's insane.
And
That's a good bit of trivia.
Is that the last piece of trivia, Serhan?
No, I've saved the best till last.
Ooh,
that wasn't the best.
That was the funniest and the most unbelievable. This is the best for me. You can visit Naruto's favorite ramen shop in real life. The fictional shop is based on an existing restaurant located in
Frozen.
Fukuoka. Apologies about my.
Repeat that, Serhan. Sorry, just repeat that a second.
That's fine. No, that's fine. So you can visit Naruto's favorite ramen shop in real life in Fukuoka. I apologize for the pronunciation. In Japan, also called Ichiraku. It really exists.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to a street vendor that looks like that. You know, just sit down, bench, and order a bowl of ramen.
That's the dream.
But they based the anime or manga version from that one because, if I remember correctly, Kishimoto used to go there as a student to eat, and that's why he was like, "I'm going to include this."
Oh, nice.
That's amazing.
And I want to ask you guys one last little thing because I like the phrasing of it. How many tails out of 10 would you rate Naruto?
Naruto gets a 10, even with its flaws.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to have point something? Or does it have to be a whole number?
No, if you can't have half a tail, otherwise that's just you cutting a tail in half.
Yeah, that's true.
Something will die.
Yeah,
10?
I agree
10,
with Frazer.
10 it is then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. 10 tails.
Can I add some trivia?
Yeah, yes. Please.
So, you know Tekken?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anderson. He was created for Naruto.
Who was? Sorry, I missed the name.
Lars Alexanderson.
Oh, yeah.
He was created for Naruto. And Katsuki member, the plant, what's his name?
Plant.
The snap head thing.
Mm.
Oh. Is it
No
Zetsu?
Zetsu.
yeah.
Why Zetsu? Yeah.
Was
Zetsu.
created for Tekken.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Somehow. Yeah. I don't know how
Mad.
that works, but because the creators, they're close friends, they swapped characters somehow. And you can play as Lars in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
He has a kunai.
Oh my god, I know that. I've played Ninja Storm 2. I must have played with him at some point, but I wouldn't have clocked it. That's nuts. That's cool.
I don't know if you have to unlock him or if it was DLC or something, but yeah, he's obviously not in the story campaign, but he's a playable character.
That's amazing. Cool.
Wow.
That's
It's like Trivia 2.0. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe to pages that I don't know about. Lads, I hope you enjoyed it.
Fucking useless.
What kind
I'm
of
not
a
good at
plug
this.
was that?
I've
However
never
you're
wrapped
listening
up
to this,
before.
like it.
However,
What's the link?
like
I don't
it,
know.
man.
I don't know the links either. You know, just
You
do
can
it.
find us on the internet.
What are we called again?
We are someone.
We're guys, talking about Naruto. All right.
We are Red Jacks on, okay? Red Jacks on, and we're gonna have a poddy about why that name exists. But boys, personally, you're my brothers. I love seeing your faces, as annoying as stupid as they are. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Love, bro. Good job today. Good job hosting.
Thank you very much, guys. Love, and I will see you guys next week for whenever we're